Good afternoon to one and all. Looking at my screen, and I am in awe with the collected expertise gathered here. We are deeply honored to welcome you all. A very cheerful noon to our adjudicator, our faculty coordinator, and dear participants. I am Shraddha Bajpai, the student coordinator of National Debate Competition. Here is a big welcome for our guest adjudicator, Mr. Vishya Vincent, sir. Sir is a technology media telecom lawyer with 6 years of experience, currently working at legal counsel for the InMobi Group, a Singapore-based ad tech platform. Previously associated with the Ola Group, a technology platform for transportation services, a member of the initial team at Ola and set up the legal process there. Also worked with the corporate commercial and TMT teams at Dhiren Dheer Associates and BH Law Associates, now Link Legal. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
We also have our faculty coordinator, Mrs. Deepa Srivastava ma'am, who is an assistant professor of CIMR Department of Law. Ma'am is working in law academics from past 10 years. We welcome you, ma'am. The Prestige family is really pleased to have you amongst us in the event of National Debate Competition 2020. We are really excited to hear our participants and wish that this event leaves the best remarks in our memories. The room is ready and the tables are set. So let's start with our awaited Padma Shri Dr. N.N. Jain National Debate Competition. Over to you, sir.
All right, thank you for the introduction. And once again, I'll fail in my duty if I don't express my gratitude to the organizing committee for having me over. We've already had a few rounds and it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm also looking forward to this round of discussions and debate as well. Without further ado, I'll move to the motion. The motion for the day is free medical testing in India justified? The team speaking for the motion is DB16. The team speaking against the motion is DB37. Just a small request. When a particular speaker is speaking, I would request the rest of you all to kindly put your lines on mute, because the audio clarity is better if the rest of the mics are on mute. So it just helps me hear the arguments better. And also at the end of each speech, I mean, if the timer could let us know the total time taken, that would be helpful, and I'll take a note of the time taken. Right. All right. So I'll just move to the first speaker from DB16. Please introduce yourself without disclosing the name of your institution, and I believe it is DB16. Yes, and DB16 is speaking for the motion. So you may go ahead with your speech.
Good afternoon. Can I disclose my name?
I'm not sure. Can the organizing team help you? I mean, is that permissible?
Yes,
I believe it is.
You can disclose your name, but not your institution's name. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. So I'm Shrey Sahai, and I will be speaking for the motion that free medical testing is justified. So I would say, and I would continue, and now I will say, it is extremely difficult for the common citizens to get herself tested by the labs, by the private labs. As we know, the impending danger of coronavirus is extremely serious. Given the deprived population of this country is approximately 135 crore. And testing is the only way to determine this coronavirus. Plight of common citizens is that there are so many tests which are costing too much for the normal people, for the people below poverty line. And with so much population, how can we charge 4,500 rupees for one child? This decision of free testing is the need of the hour. The Supreme Court has shown much courage and foresight in dealing with this challenges presented by the COVID-19 of free testing. But laudable orders often pose implementation challenges. History bears testimony to the fact that whenever the SC has risen to deal, that is the Supreme Court has risen to deal with the grim situation that the politically and economically crippled government was unwillingly to handle this. So I would quote this again, that whenever the Supreme Court has risen to deal with the grim situation, the politically and economically crippled government was unwillingly to deal with these situations. The current testing statistics are alarming, as India has conducted approx 0.04% tests per 10,000 population. Countries like the US are conducting 18, 19 tests per 10,000 population. The WHO as well as health experts across the world have applauded India's strong response to threat of the coronavirus. But have we unanimously in the opinion that the country is losing their valuable operation? Yes, but we should note here that testing over sympathetic will ensure a more sophisticated data-driven solution to contain the virus. Testing has proven to be the most useful way to flatten the curve of the coronavirus. I would possess two questions here. Our nation is at a par that we can't afford to lose jobs as well. There are people, they are losing jobs. For 4 crore people are losing jobs. We are at position, if we lose, our economy will be down. And it was a survey that our economy will take 1.5 years to be at par, to be at level which it was today. So how can a person below poverty line can go for a test for 4,500? It is a duty of the government to do this, to make ensure that it should make test at reasonable par. However, I must say, Supreme Court has made such good decisions. However, it is the government who has less money. And I would like to notify this, that 65,000 crore rupees are needed to fight this. But I would like to point out that these, like the 20 lakh crore package given by our Honorable Prime Minister, is a good support for us, because the MSMEs, the private labs which are providing this, can get these money, and they can go for free COVID testing. So I would say that in our country already our economy is a burden for providing food and other necessities for such big population of 135 crore, which is under poverty line. Like much of our, like, our nation is not having, like 40% people are only having smartphones, and only net citizens. I would like to quote this, like our government is saying. So thank you. This was my opinion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shrey. We will now move to the other team, the team that speaks against the motion, team 37. Please continue.
Yes, sir. So my name is Atharva Tokekar, and I am going to speak against the motion. So I want to tell everyone that as we all know, that today, because of India is going through a bad phase of COVID-19, and now more than 80,000 people are suffering from this dangerous virus. And at this time, the loss which we are suffering are not only of humans and human deaths. That loss is, there is also financial loss which is being suffered by everyone. And at this in this financial crisis, the only sector through which we can gain more fund and gain more money is the health sector. Means some industries are opened, I agree, but most of the funds can be incurred by the government through the health sector. So when we are arguing for this, when we are telling that COVID test should be free or not, we are seeing two situations in which one party is always going to a loss. Means if the treatment is given free, then the poor will be benefited, and the labs and the hospitals will suffer. And if a cost is determined, that of 4,500 rupees, if that cost is determined, then then the poor will suffer and the labs will gain. So I have a solution through which both the parties can be benefited, and that is the amount should be reduced. Completely making free is definitely not going to help. So as we know, there are two tests which we are talking about, and the first test which cost around 1,500 rupees. That test is the screening test which detects the virus, and the second test is the confirmatory test, which costs 3,000. So for reducing the cost, we can, according to the economic position of that person, we can see that we can reduce the amount of one of the tests, or but there are many other ways of reducing the tax. Like if the government makes more test kits, automatically the price can be can be reduced for everyone. And one more thing I would like to say, that if we are making the tests free or and at a very low price, then we will not be able to include the private hospitals and private laboratories into it. So to include them, if until we give the private hospitals and laboratories the assurance of the reimbursement of the loss which they will be suffering, we cannot make it free. And if we make it free, is the time over, or I can speak?
You still have 1 minute.
There's 1 minute left for you, Athar.
Okay. So I want to say, just want to sum up by saying that we cannot make it completely free or very low. The amount just can be reduced to some extent, but it cannot be made completely free, because if the reimbursement assurance, if suppose government has given that to the private hospitals, then from where the government will get that fund which is to be reimbursed to the private hospitals. So the solution is only the amount should be reduced, but nothing should be completely free. Cannot be a final solution. It is.
All right, Athar. Thank you. Thank you, both the participants. I believe I can raise points of information here, or points of clarification here.
Sure, sure. Yes, sir.
Right. I mean, so the first question is directed to the first participant. I mean, he raised up the issue that we are a highly populated country. Do you think isn't that counterproductive to the argument that it should be made free? A high population is all the more reason that it's going to be a very cost intensive exercise, making it all the more difficult for the government to make it free for the entire population. That's one. And the other question is, I mean, again, to the same speaker, we'll move to the second speaker later. But I mean, you also raised the point of 20 lakh crores being directed or being allotted for as relief, as economic stimulus through various modes and means. If we have a budgeted capacity of that much, why it's all the more reason why, I mean, shouldn't it be directly allocated towards, I mean, I understand that you're also going for the motion. So wouldn't it support the cause that it should directly be used for free testing instead of being routed through indirect means or modes? That's it. You can respond to both.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
You are.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. First question raised by you, sir, was that population is 130 to 135 crore and that would be more difficult for the government if they made free. So, sir, I would like to point some things. First of all, our economy and our people which live, we have a diverse nation. I'm not saying that my whole nation is poverty stricken. I am not saying that my people 135 to 120 all are in below poverty line. There are some sections we should provide that for us, like for a good economy person, for a good person, he can go for 5,000 to 4,000 tests at one time. That's not a problem. I can give you example like for Kanika Kapoor. She's a good singer. She can take as many tests she can. She took 7 tests. But for below poverty line, there are only 7 to 8, 10 crore people who, for the government should think of them first, not for the people who are already capable of making their own test or making their own money, or they have the resources to do the test. So the whole criteria comes into play that the persons or the person who are under this below poverty line. So I would like to note that diseases are only for the below poverty people or the people who are poor. The rich can easily escape any disease. I can guarantee you this. maybe any minister, any political party, anything. The main disease is for the poor people. Now, thank you. Second question, should I answer, ma'am?
Turn on your, unmute yourself, please.
I'm so sorry. Your time's up. So we will conclude there. We'll move to the other speaker. So, yes. So you've proposed a balanced approach in the sense you're saying a complete making the test free for all the people in the society is not possible. So you want to make it free for a certain lot and not for a certain lot. And as the first speaker was saying, I mean, the rich and a certain class of people are in a position to conduct these tests and take care of themselves. Having, I mean, acknowledging that fact, there is also a possibility that a lot of the individuals may not want to get themselves tested. And there are always those individuals in the society who wouldn't want to get tested and stay at the comfort zone of their own homes and or essentially avoid testing and become a number within that statistics, within that whole range of statistics. So isn't that then a problem if you incentivize through making it free and asking them to come and making it a mandatory action for everyone? Wouldn't that be a more required action, given that like, I mean, testing is the only way forward. Without conducting sufficient tests, we can't really determine how many people are infected, and we can't really control the disease. So wouldn't incentivizing it through making it free and making it essentially mandatory for everyone to get tested be a better alternative, rather than creating these categories and then going about the process?
Sir, actually, if so, should I answer or is there any other question?
No, that's it. You can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, so I want to answer that if it is made free for the people, then there is also one more possibility that it will definitely increase the number of people who are getting tested. But the problem from this which would arise is that the crowd can also increase in the hospitals, and which will be completely it will destroy the norms of social distancing and everything. So that's why it is important to there should be some criteria to be determined for what the cost should be for every person. So we can't kept completely free. Of course, the 4,500 amount is obviously very high, I know, but we have to reduce the amount for some people.
Fair point. I mean, is there a follow-up question possible, Shraddha? Is that okay?
Sure, sir, you can.
Right. So on a different note, I mean, there's another question actually. You said, I mean, only discounting is possibly the way forward. Let's say reducing the cost in a certain sense, if you're making it 50, reducing it by 50% or something of that sort. However, I mean, like the first speaker was saying, I mean, making it free for a certain class may also help. I mean, I agree with you on the first point. I mean, I'm satisfied with your response on the first point that, okay, there may be crowding, so making it free and incentivizing it and making it mandatory may cause issues with social distancing. But then again, I mean, a certain strata just cannot afford it. Discounting may not help there either. So are we willing to concede that, okay, at least for a certain strata within the society, this needs to be made free?
Sir, for those kind of people, government has made already an alternative, that is the Ayushman Bharat scheme. According to that scheme, for those people, for them, it is completely free. There are also the tests and also the treatments. So already one section of the society is getting the free treatment of the section of which you are talking about, who cannot afford through discounting also, and that section can be covered through it. And for the other people who are the low, I think according to me, they are lower middle class who cannot who cannot do such things. For them, it should be low amount.
Fair enough. So we'll conclude there. Athar. We will move to the rebuttals now. We will have it in the reverse order. So the second speaker goes first, and the first speaker would go. You will start with your rebuttals.
So my first argument is simple, that the only solution for for this increasing the tests and everything is the reduction of the amount, and the poorer people can also be benefited through the amount reduction. That amount for them can be 1500 or also 2000, but I don't think that it should completely free or too much low for them.
You've got any rebuttals for Shrey? Any questions pointed at Shrey or his points that he raised? I mean, you can raise them right now so that he can respond to it when he has his time.
I want to know that he quoted that 20 lakh crore the package which was announced by Prime Minister. That is actually related only to the people who suffered due to lockdown. It's nowhere related to the tests, and it's not going to benefit the who are suspected of corona or are testing for them. So why he quoted that thing? I want to know that, and how it can benefit. I think I am clear for my question.
Sure, Athar.
You
So
still
we'll now
have
move to
time?
Shrey. I think
Yes.
we're done with the time as well, right? I mean, can the timekeeper help me out here?
So do I have to answer first?
You can respond first, or I mean, that's your choice. I mean, your prerogative. You have the time to respond to him and to make your own points as well. So whichever way you want to structure.
So I
this.
would like to respond first. Okay,
Sure.
sir. So my fellow speaker said 20 lakh crore is how, like, it is how related to corona, how it is related to coronavirus. First, I would like to tell you like its consequences. Coronavirus came and it busted out all the economies of the world, including India. So first point is this. Second point, I would like to say it gave 20 lakh crore to the MSMEs mainly. MSMEs means small medium enterprises. For example, if you were saying that private should be private, it was basically because the private labs or private companies can make coronavirus kits, so they are helping them. If they are putting their resources, the PM this 20 lakh crore help them, are making them, are giving them money so that they can't get run out of their resources. So it will be helpful, and it will be trying to cover all the our test would be more, and so it was given for this purpose, that our private MSMEs are private and everything should be covered under this 20 lakh crore. That was the main concern of 20 lakh crore. I quoted this for this reason. Second, so this much. Should I ask a question?
I don't think it's time to respond anymore, but you can make your point.
Okay, so my fellow speaker said that private tests should be given to private hospital, and he was saying, are you not focusing on people who are so I would like to ask him, are you not focusing on people who are lying on the streets, who are not, and who are mainly contaminated with this coronavirus, and who have no resources to wash their hands, to get sanitizers, and you are pointing on them, and you are telling them to go to private hospitals and get them checked up, and you are saying that it should be reduced to 2000, 2500. How can you make 2000 if they are earning for 1 year is approximately 500, 600 rupees, and you are saying that they should go for a test of 2500? The people, we people are privileged that we live in our houses. The people who don't have anything to eat, they are going out, they are risking their life for the coronavirus. Not we industries, we people, we are not going out for the for making any resources. We have our bank accounts locked with lakhs of rupees, not them. So my fellow speaker, this was the question. Please answer this question. Thank you.
I don't think we do serve rebuttals, but if you want to respond to that, Athav, I mean, I think we can give you 30 seconds.
Yes, sir, right now we have some
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir. I will quickly answer it. I did one mistake. I only talked about private hospitals. For those types of people, the free treatment is already given in the government hospitals. In government hospitals, there is already the treatment. The free treatment is available, and the objection which is taken for the free treatment is regarding the private hospitals only. So in the government hospitals, the free treatment is already available for them, and such people can go there. This was my answer. I think I've answered completely. if you are satisfied, my fellow speaker, my fellow
All right, so
opponent.
we'll conclude that. I mean, we'll conclude that. All right, thank you both of you. It's been a wonderful exchange. Um, I mean, with the organizers' permission, I mean, I think I can give some feedback right now.
Sure, sir. We'll much obliged to have your feedback.
Sure, sure. So, speaker for the motion, I mean, I was happy that you brought up the 20 lakh crore bet, but I think in terms of its usage, I mean, if you look at the other side's argument, they basically are saying that we don't have the amount or the funds to make it free for all. I mean, all through. I mean, somewhere in their arguments where they, I mean, I don't know if this is your first round or not, but consistently this is something that will come across, that we don't really have the funds of that kind. We are not really that rich a country to be making it free for everyone, and given our population, that's going to be very difficult. But the fact that we've already made such a huge sum, 20 lakh crore allocated for a particular purpose, which means we do have some funds earmarked for this relief, right? And why not use it to solve the problem at hand directly, right? You test everyone and clear the issue, and then nobody else needs any relief, right? You can resolve the issue then and there, right? I mean, testing is what will help us get over this. If we have that kind of amount, why not use it for testing and closing it? I mean, that could be an argument, right? Instead of and intrinsically, I mean, I know we have our preferences, basic inherent biases towards in whether for or against the government, but understanding the motion, right? You're taking a position here which has to be independent of what you believe otherwise in life, right? I mean, your position in this debate has to be strictly I mean, your arguments have to strictly align with your position in the debate and not what you believe outside. So I mean, this is something I mean, this is again um, something that I've seen across the debates that happened till now, that their intrinsic the contestants intrinsic beliefs are somewhat um, affecting their arguments in the debate. So I mean, when you're debating as a professional, right, whatever you believe outside the debate, you leave it there. You take the side and you fight for it. So if you, I mean, essentially, if you're going for the motion, you're taking a side. You have to question the status quo, right? The status quo is very important. Is it free right now for all? Has the government made it free for all? No, the answer is no. So you're fighting the status quo, and you have to fight for it as vehemently as possible. You have to question everything possible. The 20 lakh crores is something that you can use to your advantage as an argument. We have the funds. Why not use it directly for funding and closing the problem at hand? I mean, straight away. And why use it to give relief after the problem has spread? You can use it that way. I'm not saying this is a perfect argument, but I'm just saying there are ways and means of using a particular fact to your advantage. You didn't really have to use it as a complement in one way, and then again use it to make your other point. You could use it to make your point then and there itself directly, is what I'm trying to say. For the other side, for the team going against the motion, again, I mean, I like the fact that this was well researched and there were certain facts put out. Again, but just a second, let me refer to my notes. There is some particular, just give me a second. No, I mean, in general, I mean, I would say I can't really pull out what exactly was in it. I mean, it was something that I felt like had to be given to you as a feedback. But in general, what I said, I mean, your intrinsic belief should not color your arguments. And when you're doing a particular debate, stick to the side and independent of your inherent biases or your views outside of the debate. So that will help and make the debate better, right? And that's about it. And I think we can proceed to the next item within the itinerary. I mean,
It's a
yes,
pleasure hearing.
I'll head back to the organizing committee and ask her to lead this. Yes.
Sure, sir. We are really pleasured to have such a kind and sharp facts from you, sir. It's like a cherry on the cake. It's an additional benefit for us and for the participants too, sir. Now, I would like to request our faculty coordinator, Mrs. Deepa Srivastava ma'am, to give the vote of thanks to sir and the participants. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shraddha. And first of all, good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to thank and congratulate participants for well arguing for the motion and against the motion. And a special thank to our adjudicator, sir, who has guided well our participants regarding the debating skills and to stick to your side instead of following your intrinsic beliefs or your gut feelings. So it's better to have your sharpness and your clear cut points in your arguments. So thank you everyone. And with this, the participants can leave this meeting and we will continue with the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you being a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We can
Yes,
leave
sir.
now.
Yeah, Thar, you can leave.
Right.
So we are left with 6 minutes. So we need to conclude fast.
Yes, sir.
Aman,
Yes, sir.
Aman, kindly
Yes, sir.
let know the timing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. The speech time for DAP 16 is 3 minutes 54 seconds, and point of information and that is point of clarification is 1 minute 27 seconds, and rebuttal is exact 3 minutes. And for DAP 37, the speech time is 3 minutes 52 seconds, and point of clarification is 1 minute 32 seconds, and rebuttal is 1 minute 40 seconds.
Fair enough. So nobody's exceeded time. So that's good.
No, sir. Everyone is in time limit, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Shraddha, we are having next session also from 3 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
So sir
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be there as an educator or Sonal ma'am?
No, ma'am. There will be another ma'am. That is Archana Nair, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So thank you so much, sir,
And you can
for sparing your
Thank you,
valuable
madam.
sir,
time
for
and
being a
giving your
part of
valuable
our
problem at all.
input.
conversation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. All of you. Thank you.